Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Crusader Kings III. Here today on the channel, still making our way through Western European kings. Here today, we're going to be playing as Otto the Great. For the first time on the channel, we're going to be playing as the Holy Roman Empire. Not too holy, not overly Roman, not really an empire really. But we're going to go and try and forge it with Otto here. We're going to try and bring France, Italy, Burgundy, and a couple of others under our control. Alright, so let's dive on in as Otto the First, and hopefully we can have a fun, successful campaign. Okay, so Otto is 23 years of age, greedy, vengeful, not too bad stats-wise. 17 martial, 14 prowess, 3 children. My eldest is a monk. I do have a bastard older brother. Got a sister I can marry off too. So I think firstly, let's go down the martial with the chivalry focus for the prowess and additional roles. Yes, I will start a wonder project. I will transfer that vassalship mostly, but we've got Italy, France, maybe Hungary. We could look to bring under our control. We need a court physician. Let's just bring in this one. Averagely, let's try and get the bishop on our side, and eventually the pope too, and we'll try and create these kingdoms where we can and go through those decisions. Okay, wars wise, let's have a look. So a lot of tributes. I want to see if there's any direct titles we can take. Oh, we can take Italy, which is great. Okay, so my wife is Anglo-Saxon, funnily enough. So we've already got a huge, massive alliance with Athelstan of Wessex. So the entirety of England is allied with us. That's fantastic. Looking at our army, we should have one of the best starting off in the game because we've got the really powerful economical powerhouses of Frankfurt and Dortmund and Hamburg and whatnot. So we have 5,000 levies. I think I might get rid of those armored foot because I want a bowman. I want to have all the variety where I can. And then we'll upgrade our honors accordingly. And same with our court, we'll replace this. We'll go by aptitude rather than seniority, I suppose. We'll go on hunts and feasts, but they're just quite expensive. We'll put up the banners for the additional bonuses too. Nicely done. First time playing as the Holy Roman Empire, or technically East Francia. So we've got Poland, which is very split. We've got the Magyars over here, so this is like a proto-Hungary. I would like to marry my princess, but maybe we'll have to marry my sister over there. I don't have an ambition to rule Hungary as the Holy Roman Empire just yet. We could use those Magyars on horseback as vital mercenaries for us. Just trying to look around. Maybe German princes. I want to go to war with France and Italy and maybe some neighboring. So factions that are a little bit further away, like Spain, might be more of our best interest. A couple of Magyars there. Got some Kiev. Actually, we'll go and marry into the Norwegians there. Because if anything, we're going to go against Denmark rather than Norway proper. It's just too far away. Or we might bring them under tribute. To control that access to the North Sea would be vital. Okay. So let's grant this to my son. We've got too many vassals there. Alright, sweet. Looking pretty good setup-wise. Could go after the French straight away here. There's no direct claims. I think I'm better off going against the King of Italy. Or after we go after Denmark, actually, because that would be a good test to see how our military performs. Okay, we're going to go to war with Denmark, bring them under tribute. And that will allow us to get more men-at-arms and get some more money in. And will be a nice test of this army. I want to see how we perform on this difficulty. So let's rally up. Let's go north. We've also got an alliance with the Norwegians, so we could pull them in. So first war here, we're going to Hedeby. Okay, so they've flanked me there. That's okay. Let's march south and intercept them. Another couple thousand are coming there, though. That's quite a bit. We are going to need reinforcements now, I reckon, unfortunately. I was going to try and do it myself, but we're going to need to bring in Leon. They're split there. We will be able to take Hetaby. Nice. Let's engage now. They're still split. Nice, we've engaged one army. Now the second. Yes, we just have the superior soldiers. Although they've only recently converted to the Catholic religion, they still don't have armored knights and such. And we're going to be able to bring the Danes under heel. Nice, they've capitulated, and now they're going to be paying taxes to the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, so yeah, feasts and funerals and hunts already cost so much. Alright, I'm going to invest in my army. So let's get some bowmen in, just to add some variety. So we've got pikes, we've got swords, we've got onagers, cavalry, and bowmen too. And we'll increase them. Okay, so Denmark is under our control. We finally made an alliance with Hungary. My sister has married the future king. We're going to be able to bring them in as we're making plans and preparations to go into Italy. I've ransomed these guys from the dungeon. Okay, so we're going to take these claims. Hugh of Italy, he might bring in Burgundy. Now let's declare war upon them and take northern Italy back for the Holy Roman Empire. We'll try and pinpoint our way south as much as we can. Let's bring in the Hungarians, as they're going to be able to arrive quicker than some of the other alliances. We'll bring in the Anglo-Saxons too. House Wessex will be so loyal to us. Yeah, so my son is half Anglo-Saxon. It makes sense. I'm a Saxon myself. Okay, here come the Hungarians. The Italian forces have actually pushed over the Alps. Okay, we've been called to war in Spain. We want to support Leon. They're still trying to form the Kingdom of Castile and Leon. But I don't want to get disgraced. Snowing here in the Alps. Struggling. Might need to double back into Germany proper now. Fighting through the Alps is going to be tricky, but we've intercepted. The Hungarians are coming here to help. The Hungarian king is actually taking the command. We'll join that Norwegian Civil War too. Nice. And we've just dealt a massive blow to the Italian rebels there. Okay, so there's a civil war in Leon. One up in Norway that we've been brought on into. Yikes. We're going to focus on our Italian claims first. We'll push down to Bergamo. We'll try and bring all of Lombardy back under Holy Roman Empire control. Same with Milan too, another war there. Wars are just massively erupting throughout Western Europe. Yikes. Then we'll try and take Milan, but that's a massive city. It's going to be easier said than done. I believe that some of these cities would be rivaling those back up north in Germany. Frankfurt, Milan, Paris. Some of the big European capitals at this point, along with Constantinople. Doing well though. Okay. Might need to... Oh, the Hungarians are leaving. Thankfully, the brave men of Wessex are here. They're going to try and help us out. Nice. Going to go back to try and siege Milan if we can. 77% towards capitulation. Let's have the siege of Milano. 1941. He wants me to send troops. Been 2 years. Oh, that's actually popped up. Interesting. And you've done nothing. Is that because I haven't sent troops there? I've been preoccupied. Hopefully the king doesn't cancel his alliance with me or does anything, I suppose. I was at war with the Italians first, to be fair. Alright. Easy opportunity to try and crush them here. So I will try and intercept them. It might be easier just to go against the smaller castles that we can siege quicker rather than some of the biggest. The Norwegians are complaining too. Look, once we deal with the Italians, we're going to have all the time in the world to divert military forces. We're not making crazy money to like send mercenaries up there just to keep the peace. They're now pissed too. Look, Norwegians, Spaniards, I'm not too phased if they tear up their alliance as me. Perfect, we've managed to beat the Italians here, and we're going to be able to seize back Lombardy by force. Nice, let's enforce that demand. Oh, and we're just going to straight up take all of those. But now we rule a bunch of new subjects. I just don't know how long for. Okay. So, we've actually got new councillors under our discretion. Some French, mostly Italian Lombards, you'd surmise. All believe in Roman Catholicism, though. Gotta watch out for dangerous factions now, as we're ruling northern Italy, such a vast empire. Or even mostly central Italy now, which is insane. Okay. So, still can't create much more titles just yet. We need the money. Can't bring in the acolytes too, it's just not worth the prestige. Alliances, can't negotiate any in our realm, no. It's worth looking at them, and then we've got all these prisoners too. Let's try and ransom some of them. Just cleaning up the last of these little wars here. Oh, what's this? Okay, Italy needs to be ruled by someone else. Adalberto, a man from Toscana, is trying to prop up the Italians there. Okay, so there's a massive civil war in the south. Understandable. All these lords, Lombards, Tuscans, Italians, they don't want to be ruled by someone all the way up here in Germany. So let's deal with them. We can use this to our advantage, because we're going to be able to, if we can win, imprison, revoke all these titles, and give it to good Saxon lads. So then they're not going to be rebellious. 11,000 to their 6. Let's head south. We'll bring in additional reinforcements. So although we've conquered Italy, we're going to need to try and hold it. That's the thing with CK3. Sometimes these secondary rebellions aren't too bad. I could have gone around and revoked all those titles. However, I would have taken on tyranny and really bad tyrannical and stat bonuses. But now, because these guys are criminals rebelling against the crown, we're going to be able to do it. Unfortunately, my monk son has come of age. What's this? Oh, Venice. The Venetians want to come in. They're like, hey, we want more stability. You're affecting all our trade in our lagoons. Okay, well, here we go. Massive battle for Verona. And the Holy Roman Empire already is just outmatching the Danes and Italians on the field. Just better quality infantry. And then we've got the Saxon Alliance and the Hungarians coming in to help as well on horseback. Those horse archer magnars would just be absolutely insane. Alright, we're going to go around back into northern Italy, take Bergamo, Lombard, Brescia, and a couple of others. Nice, another good victory, especially with the Venetians helping out. They must be thinking, wow, we can probably take some hostages, and that means we can ransom them. Yes, yes. Venetian Doge, we can imprison them all and sell them on the streets of Venice, of course. A Venetian scam. Love it. Okay. Would like to take Milan. It's just going to take so long. It's so built up. Might be able to straight up capitulate it if we do it. Oh, my son is not engaged anymore. It was to someone from Leon, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess because we never went and helped at that alliance. I was too busy in Italy, or maybe she died. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, nice. And we're going to be able to imprison so many of these guys. Look at this. So we've managed to take back those titles, and now we've got to deal with them. So what we can do is we've got all the traitors. Are they going to be straight up brought before me? Maybe not. It's more to do with the Game of Thrones mod. Yeah, they're just dealing with the Almohad Caliphate down in Spain. Leon and Castile, that's why they're struggling. We've managed to get some more banners here. Whoops, hang on. Hang on. Whoops, some of them are already up. Okay. So, Kent Manfredo He's going to have his title stripped. There's a Frenchman who's going to get his title stripped. No, he's going to keep his apparently. A Lombard here. The Duke of Susa will straight up revoke those. As you can see, we're not going to get any tyranny. Okay, this is going to take quite a while here. And then what we're going to be able to do is, we'll firstly land some of my Saxon family members. Because although my family tree isn't massive, we will have some brothers and cousins. Okay, so I've gone through and revoked all of the titles from the traitors, and we'll start dishing them out. So my older bastard brother should get landed. Also got another a brother here too. We could even make Milan the heir of the kingdom. But we are obviously... by vote, it's not male preference primogenitor, so we'll give it to my other brother. I think my son's probably just too... My sons are really just too young to hold a title like Milan. We'll start dishing some of these titles out, though. Can't give it to the female line, unfortunately. Let's give my other brother some land once he gets back to court. Okay. I do have a distant cousin here too. He can be landed. All of these, as long as you're Roman Catholic and Saxon, that's fine. Actually, we'll give him a bit more of a higher station in Genoa. Let's give my son some of these minor titles down here. And now we're just going to give it to random Saxons. And these guys are going to be so loyal to me. Because at the end of the day, we're rising them from lowborn to nobility. We will reward the small folk and the knights. Okay, and then I've got to do what to do with all these guys. I'm nearly just tempted to straight up throw them in the dungeon, because unfortunately I can't execute them because it's going to get rid of my piety. We would really banish them if we could, but we'll throw them in the dungeon so they can't escape, and then they'll get negative health penalties, and then nature can sort of... Well, not nature. The dungeon can take its course on them. Okay. Things looking good overall. Just waiting for my army to replenish and repair. Okay, so Italy now has been subdued. It's time to go after France. And I was just looking at these claims. There's none like that in Italy that we can straight up take the title. So I think our best bet is to bring it under tribute so we can continue to grow our economy and our army. Then I guess we can ask the Pope for a title or eventually fabricate it in the future. So let's go to war with France. Then I suppose Burgundy. At the moment we've conquered northern Italy and the Danes are paying taxes to us. But back now to 6,000 strong. I will bring in the Anglo-Saxons, the English. War with France. Say less. I'm in. Still a little bit early. 1950. For the animosity and hatred, I suppose. But we shall make do. So after bringing the Danes and Italy under our control. Nice. We're going up in martial stats. Well, we're pushing over the Maginot Line, which will exist in the future. Gonna hang in the Lorraine territory. Alright, pushing towards Paris. Hungarians are yet to arrive. Okay, hang on. Might be able to intercept the French army here. Okay, they're performing quite well, but our allies have now come in and have changed things up massively. Nice. Let's move back over. Head towards the River Seine. And let's siege Paris. Oh, they're actually holding a lot better. I've just joined this murder plot. I guess I got a bonus. I don't want to be murdering anyone. I don't need to. I guess we just assault. Push through. Not always optimal unless you want to rush. But we've got an opportunity to wrap things up here pretty quick. We've got heaps of additional reinforcements around. Let's try and take some of these castles. Just outside and around. So, okay, nice, won that war. Hopefully we can get to a point where we're just like getting crazy tribute. Already we've got 1,000 in our war chest. That's going to help us create those titles we need. And we can invest. Let's push down towards Orleans, invest in our army. But so far doing really well. First time playing as the Holy Roman Empire. I don't tend to do it because they're just so strong. There's a little bit of difficulty there with the Italian rebellion, but now we've just absolutely crushed the French incredibly well. Nicely done. Okay, so Burgundy is just an eyesore, a border gore right in the heart of my kingdom. So we're going to try and bring them under tribute. Shouldn't be too difficult here. I want to have a nice black and gold Holy Roman Empire aesthetic. Okay, so we've only got 2,000 troops here. Once we bring in our alliances again, it's going to help things, but yeah, geez. Really stretching things here. But we're really setting ourselves up for a successful campaign if we can get Burgundy under our control. Another war in Norway. Looks like we're going to join in on. Yeah, geez. My army is literally like at 43% strength. Yikes. Can't see Burgundy going to cause too much of an issue for us. Okay, that is actually a large army pushing towards me. Just going to move back to my territory to convalesce a little bit. Okay, looks like the Anglo-Saxons might attack. Okay, we're going to engage Burgundy now. Nice, okay, jeez. Some of these bloody battles are way too close for my liking. Doing quite well here, because thankfully Otto is quite a superior commander, and we've nearly gone down the strategist tree here today. Okay, nicely done. Hopefully Burgundy capitulate shortly soon. Can't see them holding on much longer than this. Come on. Three months remaining here. Anglo-Saxons helping us out. We need a new marshal. Our last one died. Sure. Let's join that. Oh no, hang on. He wants to purchase a truce for 500 gold. That's pretty good. Now we've got 2,000 gold. That's insane that Leon accepted that. Even though we're never at war with them. Nice. Look at that. Perfect. Well, unfortunately on that note, guys, I think I've got to wrap things up here. Not really too much else I can do. We've set ourselves up for a successful campaign now and a future dynastic run. The Danes, along with the French and Burgundy, are paying mass tribute to us. We're making nearly 30 gold per month, which is insane. We've got 2,000 in the bank now to create all these titles and solidify them. We've got Italy under our control. We don't need to go into England because we've got that alliance, but we could potentially overthrow them and put one of... Well, eventually, I could actually put one of my sons on the English throne, or maybe just take it outright if my future son becomes emperor. Is it worth economically pushing into the disputed lands in Lesser Poland? Maybe, maybe not. We could unite them. Italy's under our control, but now we can just put all our money into our military and our economy, ostensibly. Got some really good characters now, and then just basically spend all the money once all those titles are done on feasts and hunts and just farm great godly characters. Alright, well, I think I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Hope you've had fun here today and have been entertained. But I'm going to move on to something else. I don't know what. Let me know in the comments other historical kings you'd like me to play as. My name has been Simpzy. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you in the next video.